In this video, we're going to be talking about subtracting fractions. A pancake recipe calls for 7/8 of a cup of milk. Lane only had 3/8 of a cup. How much more milk does he need to make pancakes? So we know that we're starting out with 7/8 and he only has 3/8 of that. So I'm going to use a visual again. So the recipe called for 7/8, but he only had 3/8 of a cup. So he only had this. So I'm going to put his initials on this right here. So looking at how much he needs versus what he has, I can see that he needs 4 more, and this was cut into 8 pieces. So he needs 4/8 more, which is reduced down to, because we can always simplify, 1/2 of a cup is what he really needs. So let's look at that in actual subtraction problem. So the recipe called for 7/8 of a cup. He had 3/8 of a cup. This is just like with addition. As long as they have common denominators, you don't have to do anything to the denominator. The denominator stays the same. 7 minus 3 is 4, so that's where I got my 4/8 from. And once again, simplify, and you get 1/2 of a cup is what he needs. So we're going to do some more practice with this, just like we did on the adding one. I'm going to give you a list of problems to do. Pause me, practice them, and remember, as long as the denominators are the same, it's a simple subtraction problem like you did in 1st and 2nd grade. So make sure you pause me, practice, and then we'll work on the answers. Okay, before I start all of these, I notice they all have common denominators within the problem I'm working in. So I'm going to go ahead and circle these because I see 12, so I know 12 is my denominator, 10 is my denominator, 5 is my denominator, and 3 is my denominator. Alright, so 11 minus 1 is 10. I see that I have 2 even numbers, so I can reduce. I'm going to try dividing by 2 and see if it gets in its simplest form. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 12 divided by 2 is 6. So 5/6 is in simplest form. 8 minus 5 is 3. 3/10 cannot be reduced because the only thing that goes into 3 is 3 and 1. 3 won't go into 10. 9 minus 4 is 5. Well, look at this. I started with an improper, so now I have 5/5, which is still improper, so I have to convert it to a mixed number, which in this case would just be the number 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. I don't write 0/3, so my answer would really be 0.